the Los Angeles Rams, taking on the Cincinnati Bengals.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Coming up, we've got what should prove to be a good one between the Cincinnati Bengals and the Los Angeles Rams. Along with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you look at this Rams team as they interplay. We're in October now, so everybody should be coming into form, shouldn't they?
They really should. And what you have now is a full routine established about what you want to get done and full focus on the season.
Meanwhile, for the Bengals here, they're off to a terrific start, unbeaten at 5-0 through the first month and change.
And you can hang a lot of this early success on their defense, too. They're the tone setters for these guys, and the entire team feeds off of what they do.
On first down, open man is Higbee, the tight end. These are his numbers from last week's contest. 6 catches, 64 yards.
And I get the feeling that he loves this matchup. I mean, the unit he's going against is in the bottom half of the league against the pass. He had to have circled this one on the schedule and said to himself, this should be a big game.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Here's the first carry of the game for Cam Akers. Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go. A free safety roaming all the way up to the line of scrimmage to make that stop.
How about his ability to trust his eyes and figure out it was not a pass play and go fast towards the line of scrimmage in order to make that tackle.
And able to find Higbee. It's complete. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but
blitz coming, and down he goes. Logan Wilson coming in hard there on the blitz, and he gets him 7 yards behind the line of scrimmage. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Here's Goff. They'll get this to Akers out of the backfield. No gain on that one, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. So nothing there on the screen that time.
That means all that great acting they tried on offense went for naught, didn't it? Because you have to try and influence them. Make them think that you're doing something else. Make them think that they can get to the passer by letting them by and then setting up the screen and getting downfield. Didn't happen.
They're going to be taken down by the Bengal pressure. Yannick Ngakoue able to record his 5th sack of the season.
This offensive line has struggled. In fact, when we sat down with the coach, he said it's been in tatters lately. They allowed 6 sacks in their last game. Just gave up another one right there.
In tatters, so it sounds a little bit like this right now.
Exactly. It's like that paper being ripped. And right now, they've got to find a way to get it back together.
So on 4th down, here's Johnny Hecker to punt it away. And last week in the loss, 5 punts as he gets this one away. Taking it about the 16. A big boot that time. 57 yards the official distance. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down.
This is the ball carrier.
The numbers for him from a week ago. And Charles, how do you think he ran the football?
I thought he definitely had his moments. I did think that they could have utilized him a little bit better, and I'm definitely going to keep an eye on him to see how they're going to use him this week.
And now they hook up downfield on second down. Past the 20, and all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Tyler Boyd. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Bengals are going to take a first-quarter lead. And on that one, able to catch it, also able to have the wherewithal to take it in for the score.
And how about the phases of a successful catch and a completion of a play? Look the ball in, secure the catch, and then, of course, the run after the catch that ends up in the end zone.
Will Lutz on for the point after. And he's got it to make it 7-0 Bengals. The quick strike ability certainly intact there. 2 plays, 80 yards to score it.
Will Lutz set to kick off.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. Fielded in the end zone. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. So the Rams coming back onto the field, their second drive of the game. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Goff will lead the Rams up here 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. He starts with a give to Akers. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive. First down. Interior of that line blocked really well on that run, but also the 2 tight ends, they blocked well too.
Not only have they scouted the line of scrimmage, with their agility, they can get upfield and hit moving targets like linebackers deep in.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
Jared Goff sacked.
Well, that was their 3rd sack of the ball game, 2nd in the league in sacks coming into this one. They're planning on making it a race to the top, aren't they?
Absolutely. They're looking up at that top spot, but they might be looking down at the 2nd spot pretty soon. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. They'll run out of the gun with Akers. And he'll get this up to about the 38-yard line. Give him 3 yards on the run. Now they'll need to draw up something good here on 3rd and 13.
It's a gain of 3. Brings up 3rd and 13.
3rd and long. It's gone. Man open, it's Cup. He's got it. And now off to the races down the right side. Touchdown, L.A. Cooper Kupp, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Rams are an extra point away from tying up this football game. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7. A drive there of just 4 plays. And the result for the Rams, a touchdown. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And this will make it into the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21.
Their own 21-yard line.
Cincinnati coming back onto the field here for their 2nd drive. And they were able to punch it in the end zone last time. They'll be looking to do that again here for the defense. Obviously, they'll be looking to stop them from punching it back in the end zone.
It always is punch-counter-punch, isn't it? And which team has the advantage? Well, let's just go back. Last time on offense, they rolled downfield, got into a good rhythm. You can see a little more bounce in and out of the huddle. You can see the sideline really get into the game. So defensively, you're thinking to yourself, how do we take that away from them? How do we get the advantage back? Let's see what they come up with. I think pressure is always the first way to go.
You love pressure.
I love it.
We'll see if they dial it up this drive. They go play action here on first down. He completes it to Boyd. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. And it appears we've got a member of the Rams shaken up on that last play. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's going to take this one across midfield and into Ram territory.
Number 26 is...
They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now. Hopefully get to the perimeter later, and let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
He was brought down at the 45-yard line. It's a gain of 2 yards, and it's 3rd down.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And he fires one, but incomplete.
I know tight ends love this route because a lot of times they'll make a block first and get a little bit of space and then come across the middle because in their mind, they're thinking catch the ball and then drop the hammer on the little guys in the secondary.
Unable to drop the hammer, he just dropped the pass. And he won't get there. They stop him a few yards short of the line to gain. Jared Goff and the Rams headed back onto the field. What can they do now, Charles, to make sure this highlight montage doesn't continue to show more pressure and pressure and pressure?
You feel like it always comes back to leverage, don't you? Who is going to win that battle of the offensive and defensive lines? Low man wins. We talk about that, but we think about it in a running game. Well, guess what? The same thing happens when you're trying to pass protect. Are you low? Are you balanced? Are you in a position where the pass rush won't bowl you over on their way back to the quarterback? They've got to reestablish that in order to try and keep that man.
They have been bowled over a lot so far in this one. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. Going at a very strong gain of 24. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Out of the gun. Gone. And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. Yannick Ngakoue in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
Well, someone's closing in on the league lead in sacks. He came into the game in the top 5. Now you add 2 more to his total.
They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon. From the gun, here's Goff. This one hauled in by Sample. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. These two teams all tied after 1. The Rams on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. 23 yards on the play. Now 1st and 10 at the 11. They'll run a draw now with Akers. And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11.
At the 12-yard line.
A shotgun snap for Goff. And he's going to be taken down, sacked back around the 18-yard line. O'Shane Ximines leading the surge there as he drops him for a loss of 6.
But enough takes a start to have a good drive, quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
So Goff, he'll try to refocus after the sack. The Rams now set up with a tough one, a 3rd and long. Goff. This one in for a Rams touchdown. Robert Woods, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Rams have taken the lead.
All the receivers in the league are plenty good enough. Otherwise, they wouldn't make it in the NFL. But the ones that go to the Pro Bowl, they have refined route running ability.
Hopkins with the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This will make it into the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards.
At their own 21-yard line.
Now a play fake here on first down. That's caught by Howard. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. Good work after the catch. Going to net him 23 and a first.
You don't always expect tight ends to be big in terms of run after the catch, but after that play, he joins a growing band of players that's putting that stereotype right on its ear.
Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down. They're going to look to throw. He gets this one to Boyd.
The pass.
They'll contain him to just 4. Second down.
Boyd. A gain of 4.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and he passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete. And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted. Picked up by Anthony Brown. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27.
The Rams take over.
And Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively. Not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
And here's a throw right side, taken in by his tight end. And he's upended at the 33, following a good pickup of 8. The Rams on third down. They've been near perfect, 4 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 4. Goff. That's complete to his tight end, Higbee. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled.
Well, sometimes our pregame meetings do pay off, don't they? What do the guys in the locker room call him?
Well, they said it with a chuckle. They called him Old Reliable.
Yeah, that means he doesn't move quite as fast as he used to, but he still knows all the tricks, doesn't he? Even that little gentle push-off in order to get open, he finds a way to pick up a first down.
11 more yards that go around, a first down as well. So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. From the shotgun, here's a give to Akers. Not much there, maybe a couple as he's taken down at the 40.
The ball carrier.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
Here's a run with Akers on 2nd down. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
The Rams on 3rd down. They have been superb. 5 for 6 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman, both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth.
Yes,
he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
And he's able to get it to the 31, and that's enough for the first. A nice first down pickup on a gain of 6. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. First down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Intended for
line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up 2nd and 10.
To 2nd and 10.
Here's Gall. A quick pass to Cup. Well, they aren't able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially. So in the second quarter, he's already up over 100 yards receiving now.
And isn't 100 the magic number for a really good game for
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Los Angeles. Cam Akers, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Rams add on to their lead. Touchdowns on their first 3 possessions, and they're a PAT from going up 21-7.
Yeah, very impressive the way that they moved the football. Full command of their playbook, full command of the way they wanted to attack.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line, so bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision, loses him about 4 yards. The Bengals drive about to get going. And you're under a minute to go in the half, a first half that hasn't been particularly kind to you. How do you think they'll play this?
Well, I think the smart approach is to run out the clock, look your wins at the half, and see if you can come up with a strategy to play better in the second. But there's also something to challenging your offense right here. You know, hey, guys, you help dig this hole. See if you can get us out of it a little bit before the half runs out. Let's go make some plays.
On play action, they'll throw. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete. Jalen Ramsey right there in coverage to knock it away. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's going to take this one across midfield and into Ram territory. The Bengals going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
3rd down.
The play action fake. They'll look to throw. He'll take a shot for the end zone. That's going to be caught by Ross for a Bengal touchdown.
Cincinnati.
John Ross with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Bengals have got it back to a 1-score game.
I think everyone in the league talks about finishing, don't they? Doesn't matter whether it's a quarter, a half, a game, a series, whatever. But they're finishing the first half in fine style, putting that one in the end zone.
They did, and they didn't leave much time on the clock either. Well done. Lutz to try to add the PAT. It's up and good. This becomes a 21-14 ball game now. Just a 4-play drive that time. And it ends with a Bengals score.
Will Lutz set to kick off.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25.
25-yard line.
Get a look at this offense led by Cooper Kupp as they make their way back onto the field. Making his presence felt early in this one. First half, already over the century mark.
How about the yards per completion, too? That's a pretty darn good number there. Number of catches, but he's shredding defense, is getting big yardage with each and every one of them.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. You're under a minute to go here in the half. Field position not really in your favor, but still time to try and move the ball and get in field goal range.
Yeah, you got the lead. It's definitely a thought. Let's go ahead and try and increase it. But at the same time, I don't like the odds. I don't like where they are on the field. Got the lead. They've done well in the first half. Don't mess it up and go into halftime looking at each other wondering what if.
Quick throw here, that's complete. And the Rams will signal for a timeout, their second, as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go. The first half. On first down, it's gone. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Bengals have recovered it.
The pass on first down.
He was under duress, surveying, trying to find somebody to get the ball out of his hands. In the meantime, the defense, they took it out of his hands.
And when the ball snapped, I know exactly what the defense is thinking. Get a sack, put him on the ground. But when you can also knock the ball free while doing so, oh, there's the bonus for you as a defender.
Cincinnati now ready to take the field. Well, what a break here. Turnover late in this first half, and now they're set up in field goal range already.
With a chance to get more. So what you're telling your unit as they go out onto the field is very simply this. We've got 3 in our hip pocket. Don't jeopardize that. Let's attack and go for the big one here. Let's go get 6 and give ourselves a chance to really feel good going into the half.
Now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. John Ross, the one he was looking for. And now it's second down.
Incomplete.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35.
At the 35-yard line.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Got a man, it's Ross, complete. And they'll burn the timeout with 5 seconds left. A chance to try to add 3 points before heading to the locker room. So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. The kick by Lutz is good.
Is good.
And that'll bring him back within 4.
Rams 21. Bengals 17.
So a late turnover leads to a quick drive, and in turn that quick drive leads to 3 points.
So someone makes a mistake, but how about the other side learning from that mistake, taking care of the ball, and making sure they put some points on the board? Well done.
Taken in the end zone. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25. No reason to do anything foolish as they'll snap it one more time on first down. The final second ticks by, and that's going to do it for the first half of play. So we've reached halftime here in a 4-point game. As we send you to our EA studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Brandon, thanks. A few teams starting to rise to the top as it's time to take you around the NFL here in Week 6. We'll start up in the Steel City, Heinz Field in Pittsburgh, where it was definitely a game with some intrigue. as you can see by the score line. 28-23 was your final. Next, we head off to check out another game. And right now, they have the lead over the visiting Dolphins. The Chargers looking to sew that one up, and they look to be in pretty good shape. Finally, let's get you to Baltimore and check on the Ravens at home at M&T Bank Stadium. And they were winners in that one over the visiting Arizona Cardinals. Lamar Jackson, 4 touchdown passes in the victory. In the game you're watching, it was Jared Goff with a strong first half. He's thrown for over 200 yards already, and his guys have the lead as well. As we get you back to Brandon Gaudin.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Both these offenses have been in fine form. What will the second half bring us as we are underway in quarter 3? And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Bengal offense now with a football first here to begin quarter number 3. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works.
The first down pass.
They'll contain him to just 4. Second down.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
It'll be a pickup of a couple, and it leaves them with a 3rd and 3.
Michael Kaiser on the tackle. It's a gain of 2 yards.
Again, it's Mixon.
And it's 3rd down.
And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled.
Joe Mixon.
12 yards that time and a Cincinnati first down.
40-yard line. A gain of 12. First down, Bengals.
They'll look to throw now on first down. Open man is Howard, the tight end. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and it'll be 2nd and very short.
O.J. Howard.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there, freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
In need of only about the length of the football here on second down. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And he slings one that's incomplete. Big O.J. Howard, his intended target. But now it'll be 3rd down. You and I watched film yesterday, and you told me to watch his feet. Well, for whatever reason, his footwork just looked off on that throw.
And you always love it when an ex-defensive back talks quarterback mechanics, right?
Well, but you're good at it.
Well, I try, all right? I don't know how good I am, but it doesn't take much to tell. His mechanics are off a little bit, exactly what you described. Footwork, that led to the incompletion.
They'll get 14 on that one. Good for a Bengal first down.
A gain of 14. And the Bengals
Back to throw now on first down. Flushed out right. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far at second down.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. This one to his tight end out on the right side. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. This will be the 8th play of the drive here. 3rd and 4.
And it's 3rd down.
He'll drop to throw. And finds Howard complete. And he's able to get the first here as he's taken down at the 25. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. We're going for Howard, but the pass intercepted. Taylor Rapp with a pick. And he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line. Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2. And it brings up second down.
On the tackle.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front. Because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
To John Ross.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Oh, that's got to frustrate him a little bit because they nearly got to him there, and it would have been the first sack of the game. Instead, they're able to influence the release, and they did force the incomplete pass.
Well, the offense failed earlier on the previous crack at this, but they're going again on fourth down. They'll try and throw for it here. And this is going to be incomplete. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Rams get the football in outstanding field position.
Turnover on downs.
Off play action to Akers. Here's Goff. Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line. Yannick Ngakoue make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. Offensively, they're going to have to figure this out before next week. 7 sacks in one game.
Yeah, and that's more than any quarterback should have to bear. And if this continues on, there will be another quarterback in the game because no one can stand up to this week after week.
So second and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. From the gun, here's Goff. Open man is Higbee, the tight end. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line.
Brings up third down.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is third and long. Now Goff, nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
The pass. A fumble on the play.
When that ball popped free, we could hear it all the way up here. Those guys down on the field alerting everyone of the fumble. He's lucky that his offensive mates picked him up and jumped on it.
Yeah, and you have to think to yourself, and I'm sure they've been echoing it on the sideline and into the huddle. Guys, we have the lead. Just take care of the football. Don't make it easier for them to start to make a comeback.
On is the punter, Hecker, as he gets this one away. And it's out of bounds. Now we'll see what the side judge says. He says out at the 8-yard line. The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game. But this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football. Because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance. If they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing. It puts them in that position.
And they'll get him down up past the 15-yard line. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a first down. When he runs, he seems to do a nice job of knowing when to be patient and find the hole, and then when the hole is there, he goes quickly.
You're exactly right. He knows how to just take off, but you know what else? Brings a little thump with him, doesn't he?
He does.
He packs the boom at the end of the run and finishes it going forward. That's what you want to see out of your backs.
No gain on the play there. Second down.
Bengals.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. He finds his tight end, Howard. That's complete. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. 11 yards there, first down. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10.
First down.
And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. Jalen Ramsey right there in coverage to knock it away.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about, and you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent, and that allows you to make a play on it, and oftentimes knock it away.
19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
Another carry for their leader, and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
They go play action here on first down. That's caught by Howard. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40.
First down pass.
10 more there and another first down.
I love the drive they're working on here because they know they can take the lead with a touchdown. And so far on this drive, so good. They moved the ball down the field with very little resistance defensively. But they better be prepared for some adjustments to come their way now.
That'll be a pickup of 4 as they work with his 4-point fourth-quarter lead.
It's now 2nd and 6.
2nd and 6. Throw right side caught by O.J. Howard.
The 2nd down pass.
And he's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4. They give to Mixon to try to pick it up. And he's able to get the first here as he's taken down at the 25.
I think it's okay there. They didn't get a whole lot on that play, but it's nice to have a safety valve that's built like this guy. Big target, guy you can spot pretty easily. Put it on him when your other targets aren't open.
Going to give this time to the tailback. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there. I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently.
The Bengal first down.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And they will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. Joe Mixon, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Bengals are going to jump back in front. CD, it seemed like they were so focused on the guys out wide, they forgot about him out of the backfield.
That's a really good point because you've got to communicate, and oftentimes when you start counting receivers, that's exactly what you do. You start from the widest receiver, work your way inside. Who gets lost sometimes? The back in the backfield. That's exactly what happened there.
And he got into the end zone. Lutz good on the extra point, and that gives him a 3-point lead.
Will Lutz set to kick off.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. Fielded in the end zone. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return.
25-yard line.
And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And now they'll look to answer working from behind. And remember, this offense has sputtered yet to score here in the second half. They'll need to change that here. Now a throw right side taken in here to start this drive. And they're able to get this one across the 35. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down. We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. Good at Danny as we come up on 1st and 10. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 12 more yards for him there. It's a first down. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. A shotgun snap for Gone. They'll get this one to Cobb complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 23 yards, the final tally. So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 as they're down to the 29-yard line. And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40.
He's brought down back at the 40-yard line.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. Out of the gun. Gone. That's complete to his tight end, Higbee. And he's got another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals 16. That one covers 24 yards. It's a 1st down.
1st and 10.
And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you're talking about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. So the pass goes out of bounds, but he was not outside of the tackle box when he threw that. He's got to be careful.
You and I both know if it's even close, they're going to give it to the quarterback. They don't want to throw that flag unnecessarily. So if you're just in the area, you're going to be okay.
Less than 2 to play with just a field goal separating these two sides. So it's Rams football here as we get you reset. They face a critical 3rd down now, needing a score here in the late going. This will be caught at about the 6. And he's able to pick up the 1st before he's brought down inside the 5 at the 4. The gain of 5 that time gives him, and he's got it. That's Kupp for a Ram touchdown. Cooper Kupp, his 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Rams are once again going to retake the lead.
Wow, I know it's a never-say-never situation, but to me, that looks like that's the one that's going to finish them off.
The score that puts them in front here late, but not. You got to rally your kick team, don't you, and say the last thing we need is a big return.
And what happens is guys get overeager, get out of their lane because they're so excited they want to make the last tackle. You mess up, could go back at you a long way.
The Bengals take over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
So now the Bengals down by 4. A minute 37 remaining. Their undefeated season, it's in danger unless they can score here as they've got a 1st and 10. A good start to the drive. That's caught out on the left side. 20, 10, and all the way in for a Cincinnati score. John Ross, 79 yards. And the Bengals have taken the lead here in the 4th. So minutes after giving up the lead in the 4th quarter, they say not so fast. Big play, and they grab that lead right back.
Talk about a seesaw game. Up, down, up, down. Did you have a seesaw? Did you play that when you were a kid?
Oh, yeah.
Huh?
Out on the playground, absolutely.
You had to make sure that you matched weight, though, on the other side, though, right? Otherwise, you could be up in the air a long time.
By the way, we're not done in this one. I think we're set up for an exciting finish.
Will Lutz set to kick off.
Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. Taken in the end zone. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
And the Rams getting set to go now. They're only in need of a field goal, a decent amount of time on the clock. So tell me if I'm wrong. You don't have to be too panicked here.
No, I agree with you. And this is where your preparation and your confidence comes into play. They've worked on these situations.
Yeah, they practice this all the time.
They practice it all the time. They know what they want to get done. And in a lot of cases, the great competitors, they love this situation. They think they can go ahead and get it done.
They practiced it. We'll see if practice makes perfect. He's back to throw. And he's got the hook up here. It's Woods. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 22 yards there, a first down.
First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
He'll look to throw. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Now it's gone.
Brandon, that's just football 101. If you're out of the pocket, you've got to get rid of the football in this situation. You cannot take a sack in a 2-minute drill.
He's forced out of bounds behind the line of scrimmage.
So it's third and long, and defensively not a real surprise there in the dime. Back to throw. They're going to be incomplete. And now following the incomplete pass, we'll get a timeout here for an injured player. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on fourth down. He's going to let it fly. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Bengals are going to get it back in terrific field position. He'll have a tough time living that one down. It's one thing, Charles, to drop a pass. It's quite another to drop it on fourth down.
And so many teams work on that in terms of locking in on those key downs. You know, I've seen, you and I both been to practices where we've seen, hey, third down situation, big third down alert, lock in here, fourth down play, make sure you focus just a little bit extra. It didn't pay off in that situation.
And he's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this fourth quarter. Line of scrimmage, the 24. This is 2nd and 6. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their second, as they get it with 26 seconds to go in the football game. The Rams calling on their nickel set here defensively for third down. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he is going to have the first down, and that is going to suck the life right out of this crowd. The Rams going to be forced to use their third and final timeout as the clock stops with 23 seconds to go in the game. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. That one good for 10 yards. And that'll bring up a second and just about a few inches here.
It's on the pickup. It's second and inches. Today's
a lot of scoring. There's no doubt about that in this one, Charles. Points, they were not at a premium. They were pretty easy to come by.
They were, but it was fun, wasn't it? Because both teams finding ways to click. And you know people who love this game, they also love baseball games that are 14-11 with 3 or 4 home runs mixed in.
So for the Bengals, they remain as hot as anyone, 6-0 now through the first month and a half. And they'll return home next week to take on the Indianapolis Colts. Meanwhile, for L.A., the loss here will move them back to 500 at 3-3. And now they'll head to the bye week as they'll be back in action in Week 8. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.